Welcome back. I'm in the office today. Most of my people are coming in person, and I think 2 are doing virtual. So I'm just gonna do my makeup. I purposefully left my makeup bag here at work. What? Who am I? But I think I probably need to take it home today because I am going out of town. Kind of a fun reason. It is my grad school advisor's retirement, and she's having a little shindig, and it's in Florida. Now, I took a while to get my ticket because I was like, girl, I can't afford to come because I have to go to California for my dad's 80th birthday next month. I'm using this pharmacy, what is this? Honey Halo, just for some more moisturization words. But my advisor was like, she was like, I understand. I really want you to come, but I understand. And she kept saying that, and I was like, okay, let me see what I can do. And she was like, oh, thank God. I didn't want to pressure you, but I really want you to come. So I'm doing that. So I leave in 2 days. It's gonna be a super quick trip. It was gonna be longer because I was gonna have G come with me, and we could have just a nice little weekend getaway. But I'm just gonna go on my own. Because he has this thing this weekend that I was like, oh, you can't miss that. Anyway, what was I gonna say? I forgot. What was I gonna say? Oh, so, I'm looking for my flight and everything, and my advisor sent out this email of everyone coming, right? And so I think I'm the only one from Mizzou, University of Missouri, when she was there, the only one going. And I was like, man, I gotta rep Mizzou. And then I saw everyone's flights and everything, and I'm like, why is everybody flying into Jacksonville? Because I was looking at tickets for Tampa. Girl, I realized it's in Jacksonville. I was about to take myself right to the Tampa airport. I was like, this is classic me, right? If you've been here before, I have no sense of direction. Child, I would have been over at Tampa where is everybody? Like a dumbass. But thankfully, I hadn't purchased my ticket just yet, and thankfully, I looked at the email because I guarantee you I would have been in Tampa. And I would have stayed right there and had myself a nice little weekend. I am using the NYX Proof It eyeshadow base. So I'm going to that. And then in a few weeks, I'm going to California to see my family for my dad's 80th birthday. So we're having this big party. And that's one of the reasons I didn't go home for Christmas, because I was like, well, I'm going to be out there in a couple months for the party. Because my dad, all of a sudden, he was like, I want a party. And I'm like, okay, girl, let's plan it. So we're doing that. And brighten this a little bit. We're doing that. And G is going with me. Now, initially I was just like, hey, you want to come to a party? It's my dad's 80th. It's going to be a big deal. And he was like, yeah. So, it wasn't until yesterday or maybe a couple days before that I was like, oh, I'm taking my boyfriend to meet my family. Okay. Now, they've met people before, right? But I didn't, I don't know why I didn't put that together. Because I was just focused hey, we're going to party. Listen, it's going to be a Trini party, so we're going to have a good old time. And then I was like, oh, snap. I forgot. that that's actually what's happening. But the thing is, I don't know. I don't know. The tickets is already bought. I don't know. Ugh. And if you know me on a personal level, we're not gonna talk about it. Anyway, so it should be fun though. Like, my mom's super excited, of course. My brother was like, "Oh, okay, is this serious or is this just like a little plaything?" It was like, when have I ever had a plaything? Okay, it's serious. My brother's the one that be having playthings. Okay, so for eyes, I brought my Natasha Denona Mini Nude. Also, my Natasha Denona Mini Glam. And then my Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Eye Filter. Here. So I don't know which one I want to use. Maybe I'll use the Charlotte. I feel like I haven't used Charlotte in a while. Okay. Now, we'll talk more about that later, okay, as it comes closer. It's in a month, so we're upping my therapy, because I get a little crazy when it's time for me to visit my family. But let me see if there's any news really going on. Okay, so I've started with this shade here from Charlotte. So let me tell you about this thing in Vegas. So this guy, Ziobra, he is 30 years old, and he was in court and about to be sentenced on battery charges, right? And his lawyer is like, you know, I'm asking for leniency because I don't even know why, he was making something up about leniency. And he has mental health issues, and like he has family here that's supporting him. So then Ziobra starts weighing in, and he's like, you know, I'm always trying to be a better person, and you know, I'm not a bad person. I'm always trying to learn from my mistakes, blah 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 blah, right? So Judge Mary Kay Holtis, she's like, you know, I think it's time that he has consequences for his behavior, because this wasn't like the first time he was getting in trouble. So she says that, and there's video in the courtroom, right? She says that, and you see her look up like, and kind of like move back, and you hear Ziobra, he's like, F this bitch. And he takes a running leap, tackles the judge. He leaps over the bench, the what's that called? The desk? Well, you know where the judges sit behind. He leaps over it like a flying leap, okay? Like a tackle. So he tackles her, and then all of a sudden you see her law clerk come over, and her law clerk is like pulling him off and punching him, and then the, like, I don't know who else, the what are they called? Bailiffs and such. Whoever it was, they was late. Oh, a law clerk and a court marshal. All of a sudden we're like, the law clerk was like, you not gonna mess with my judge. You not gonna mess with my clerkship, okay? So home dude had jumped. I don't know how he did that. You would have thought he had like a trampoline that he just like, he flew, okay? I've never seen nothing like that in my life. He flew over the judge's bench, knocked her down. This woman, how old is this woman? She's not a young little spring chicken. She's got to be minimum 60. Do you see how old she is? No, they didn't say how old she is. And it's crazy because after he was like, I'm a good person. I just try to learn from my mistakes. Honey boo boo, you just made a huge one. Like you was just gonna get charged for battery. Now he's getting charged with attempted murder. They don't play when it's a judge is a what is it, a public servant or something. You can't be doing that. He has been charged with attempted murder among other charges. Battery on a protected person, battery of an officer, battery by a prisoner, intimidating a public officer, and extortion. That's what he did. And then his lawyer was like, oh, he struggles with schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Let me tell you something. People are always talking about these mental health things that people are diagnosed with. And I know, I'm a therapist, I'm a psychologist, okay? What I do know is that mental health stuff doesn't make you attack people. Like, maybe if you have some sort of disorder that's psychotic and, you know, whatever. But in general, actually, people with schizophrenia and some other mental health diagnoses are more likely to be the ones that are hurt than to hurt other people. I just, like, so I hate that people are often like, well, it's due to mental health. Nah, it's not. It's not. Depression, bipolar disorder, none of this stuff makes you hurt other people, okay? Maybe it's a mitigating factor, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, it bipolar disorder don't make you tackle a judge and beat her, you know? So apparently he pulled her hair, he punched her, he was hitting her and put his arms around her neck. And then these dudes was punching her in the head. These guys thankfully pulled him off of her. And you should have seen the law clerk he wasn't playing. He was just punching and punching and punching. Everybody else is trying to like tackle the guy. And now he about to be charged with attempted murder. So I don't know. It seems like Judge Mary Kay, she's a badass because he came back in her courtroom and she was like, I want to make it clear, I am not changing or modifying the sentence I was in the process of imposing last week before I was interrupted by the defendant's actions. She is a better woman than me. So the next time he came into the courtroom, he was shackled and masked because they didn't have him in nothing. The first time he was standing there like I'm sitting here right with you right now. He wasn't cuffed. He wasn't nothing. So that's why he was able to jump over the daggone bench and tackle this woman. Child, like he's so, and then you just hear his family like, Tiara, stop, Tiara. First of all, I can't say much because my full name and my siblings' full names, they're a mouthful, okay? I can't say nothing. But Ziobra, who came up with that? Did they think that it was going to be, were they going to name the child like Deborah or Deborah? And they're like, oh snap, that might not work. Let's go with Ziobra. Make no daggone sense. But that poor judge, I mean, she was badass coming back in that courtroom, and she's like, I'ma still do the same exact sentence I was gonna give you before. Myself, I would have been like, and I'm adding stuff, but I guess that wouldn't necessarily be legal. So he was sentenced to 19 months to 4 years for his battery case. So he hasn't come in for the new charges yet, which is going to be in February. Now he for sure going to get some more jail time. You could have just been done with your 19 months to 4 years, but now, baby, you going to be in there for a minute. Talking about I'm trying to do better. You literally just got more charges. That made me so upset. Like, you're upset at the consequences of your actions. So after you done said, I'm a changed person, I'll try to be a good person, blah, 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 and then talking about F that bitch and just fly over. And the thing is, his lawyer was just standing there like, girl, I would have charged the lawyer with something too, aiding and abetting. But I don't know if you want to see the video. It's online though. It's just like, just go to Google or YouTube and type in Las Vegas judge or whatever. Daggone ass. Now here's something else. I really need people to stop. I was reading something and the title really piqued my interest because the title was, how often should you change your underwear? How often should you change your underwear? I already am mad. Y'all wearing your underwear for extended periods of time? Ew. Let me go in with this shade here. I don't even know how somebody came up with this question. What you mean, how often should you change your underwear? I'm not quite understanding the question that you're asking me, because that shouldn't be a question. There should be no ifs, ands, buts, ors about that. So I'm reading the thing, and whoever was like, well, if you're not like sweating or any other exertion, you can go every other day. If you don't take your nasty ass drawers off, ill, okay? Ill. Maybe some people do wear it on, wear their underwear for extended periods of time. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't, okay? I barely wear it a whole day. First of all, I don't really wear underwear that often. Like, it's a surprise. There was one, she was like, I've never seen you in underwear. I'm like, I don't be wearing out. I like my stuff to be free. I like it to breathe, okay? I like it to breathe fresh air. Get some fresh air on them things in your pants. Whether it's hanging bits or lady bits, So, reading this, I was just thoroughly disgusted. Because who is walking around here in their stank drawers for more than one day? Take them drawers off. The other thing is, if you do have, a vagina, essentially, you can't be sitting your ass and your poo-tang up in them nasty drawers for extended periods of time. That's a good way to get yourself a yeast infection, vaginosis, UTI, everything, okay? Because you're not supposed to be sitting in your juices for that long. Ew. Talking about every other day. I don't know who you are, sir, but I could tell that you don't wash your behind. I was just like, how? Just like earlier, earlier last year when people were like, do you wash your feet or your legs? And some people were like, well, the water just trickles down. No, you have to wash everything, okay? Wash it. I was so mad reading this thing, talking about, they're like, the answer may surprise you. The answer does not surprise me because you're supposed to take your drawers off. Talking about Dr. Agarwal, who's a dermatologist, was like, women with heavy menstrual cycles or significant discharge should consider changing their underwear more than once a day, which I agree with. Change them drawers. Men's boxers, although touching the skin less frequently than women's underwear, do not escape hazards. For those engaged in intense physical activities or who sweat heavily, it's advised to change underwear more frequently. There is no question about this. Change your underwear, okay? Don't be nasty. Talking about men may be able to get away with changing their underwear every other day. Oh, I bet you know. I bet you know. Mm-mm. Situations with minimal activity and no sweating every other day may be acceptable. Dr. Methel, who's also a dermatologist. Men's looser fitting styles like boxers may also allow for slightly longer wear. Y'all nasty. It says they did some study and 36% of Gen Zers admitted they would sometimes wear the same underwear for over 24 hours. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. Maybe there's some reasons why. Um, maybe there's some reasons why that happens. I don't know. Maybe you're maybe you're camping. I don't know. But listen, I learned real young. Like, if you don't have a washing machine or something, I know how to wash my drawers in just a sink or whatever. If just give me some water, I need to just scrub out some stuff. Like, it doesn't mean you're like dirty or anything, but you can't be. I am not a. Wash your ass and wash your drawers. That's my tip from me to you. The other thing that seems to be happening is people getting real mad at these, what are they called? At these fast food places. Like, if their stuff is not correct, like if their food is wrong or it's taking a while or something. I have seen so many stories where people are just acting a plum fool over, like, some burgers or some tacos. There was a story of this man. He comes into... It seems like he bought something from Taco Bell. You know, Taco Hell, as you can call it. Although sometimes you just need a little bit of Taco Hell. Bought some stuff, and I guess he took it home and was trying to reheat it. I don't know. How is reheated tacos from Taco Bell? I don't know if that's the best idea. But apparently, this fool heated up in some foil. So he got the tacos in a foil. He put it in the microwave. Now, the first rule of heating stuff up is don't be putting no metal, no tin, don't put tin foil in the microwave, okay? I guess he didn't learn that. Nobody told him. So he went on ahead and put that tin foil up in there. Messed up his whole microwave. Probably messed up the taco too. So he walks himself into Taco Bell and he is pissed. P-I-issed, okay? And he's like, this is y'all fault and you gonna give me a new microwave. And the person at the counter is like, sir, like, I don't know what to tell you. So this dude decides that he is gonna slap the ever-living daylights out of this worker. He just slapped him right across the face. Right across the face. And the dude at the counter was like, WTF. I guess the manager stepped in after that. Of course, somebody caught it on camera because, you know, people just like to catch things on camera rather than help out or something. But he just, who is you to go into somebody's place of work and slap them across the face because you're stupid? They're not stupid. You are. You're stupid. First of all, who warms up Taco Bell? You're supposed to eat that mess right then and there. That's the purpose, okay? You're supposed to be drunk and you're supposed to eat it right away. I don't know what happened to this man, but he's one in a long line of folks who think it's okay to just be assaulting these people. It's like flight attendant staff and staff or folks who work at these restaurants and fast food places. Like, that is not part of their training to be handling someone coming in and assaulting them. There's another one where this guy was waiting for his coffee in the drive-thru. He got the coffee and he threw it at the girl. He threw it on the girl, the hot coffee. Then you got the people driving up trying to get life advice, just playing around with people. Like, what is happening? People need to just get a book and read it, okay? Read a book. Stop messing with people. But when he slapped that man, I've seen things where some of these workers, they not playing, okay? They will slap you right back. As they should. I don't blame them. But you walking into somebody's place of work, they didn't do nothing. They didn't do nothing. How you gonna put Taco Bell in some foil in a microwave? That don't even sound right. Some other things that don't sound right. Apparently, Selena Gomez is going on a social media hiatus again. Now, let me tell you something. I love me Selena. I love me some Selena. But if this girl don't stop going in and off and on from social media, like, girl, Selena, first of all, we don't need to know, okay, boo? Just go ahead and take your break. We'll figure it out. There's another story where this Amazon person was delivering a package. Now, all of a sudden, the person whose delivery it is, they get a message from the Amazon delivery person, and they're like, "Hey, I was trying to deliver your package, but I accidentally got it stuck in a tree. LOL, sorry." How you get it stuck in the tree? What? Why is my package in the tree? I don't know. So this lady had to come out her house, go to the tree, and retrieve her package. Like, people don't care anymore. They don't care. They're going to do what they want, and you're going to have to live with the consequences. So now, you know how they have on, if you order from Amazon, like, you could get a message, and then they're like, how was your delivery? Like, was it good or bad? It was bad. It was bad. I had to climb a tree to get it, okay? I had to climb a tree. It was not easy to find, no. And I had to do work to retrieve my package. Like, you didn't even try to, like, I don't know, help. You were just like, hey girl, your package is in the tree. Good luck. Ridiculous. I think I would have been like, you know, like, okay, it's in the tree. Why you ain't gonna get it? Now, I really appreciate those that deliver things, because I imagine it's not hard. I mean, it's not hard. It's not easy. So the other day, I wasn't feeling well, and I was like, I don't have the energy to cook, so I'm going to go ahead and order something. And I ordered something that, you know, it would last me a couple of days. So I get a picture that my order has been delivered, and I'm looking at the picture, and I'm like, that's not my house. That's not my house. So then I tried to call the delivery person to be like, wait, where you put my food at? And I had my phone on the setting where unknown callers go straight to the voicemail. So the way it seemed to work, was this Uber Eats or Postmates? Basically, I think you call and then they call you back with the person on the line. I don't know. So I keep calling. And then I look at my phone and I just see all these missed calls. So I finally take the setting off. Mind you, I'm in the cold, in the dark, walking up and down the street looking for my food. I can't find it. I can smell it, but I I don't know what house is that. And the person took the picture and it was in front of the door of the house. So I'm like, did somebody take it? Because it was smelling good. And it was some real good food. It was like some fried rice. It was real good. But if you look at the picture, it clearly has the address that is not my address. I was like, literally, it has the address on there and it's not the address that is supposed to be on your phone. So I'm looking, and I'm like, well, I'm about to knock on these people's door because, I mean, they might be enjoying my food and it's not theirs. So I open the storm door and I knock on it, but then nobody's answering. And I look down, there's my food. So you took a picture with the food in front of the door. Then you opened the door and put the food between the storm door and the regular door. You saw that it says like 602 and my address is 604. And you still left the food there, outside, in the rain, in the cold. So I usually give people like good ratings, but I had to give the person a bad rating. Like, I understand sometimes, you know, it's confusing, but can you just like double check? Especially if you take the photo and it literally has the address right bold in front of your face, but you still leave it at somebody else's door. Now let me tell you one other foolish. Is it only one? I have some other foolish stuff, but I'm gonna probably just tell you this one foolish thing and go about my business. So this guy, of course, I think it might have been on Reddit, but then it was in the news or whatever. Listen to the title. Man applauded for taking the virginity of terminally ill friend. First of all, I don't like this taking the virginity or the whole virgin. That's a social construct, right? And I'm not gonna go into it. That's just so ill. That's not, like, let's stop saying that. Let's stop saying taking virginity or losing. What you losing? Are you gonna find it? So anyway, he's been praised online for fulfilling the dying request of a friend. So here it is. He's a 31-year-old man, so you would assume he has a little bit of sense, but actually no, you know. And he has a friend, they've been close for 6 years. He has a woman friend. And she had cancer and decided to stop chemo because she said that she just wanted to enjoy her life, the time she had left, and blah, blah, blah. Which is fine. So let me scroll down because I want to get this right. So one night, I guess they were just hanging out, talking and drinking as one does, and she said that she was still a virgin. So to me, that's saying she had not yet had any sort of sexual intercourse, maybe, I don't know. But she didn't want to lose it to a stranger, and she wanted to have sex before she died. So she asks the friend because she trusts him. And so he said yeah. And booked a hotel. And he tried to make it special with fake candles. And he wanted it to be romantical. And they went ahead and did the deed. And then after some time, she died. I don't know why he felt the need to share this on social media or on the interwebs. And I don't know. He was like, I'm glad at least I got to give her something before she left. Ew, keep this to yourself. Like, no one needs to know this. First of all, you putting all her business out there. And, like, why are you telling us this? Do you want a cookie? Like, we don't need to know. We don't need to know. We don't need to know this. Why do I know this information? I don't want it. And people are like, this is such a beautiful story. I'm so glad you did that for her. This one says, I'm sorry she died. And also, sorry you lost her. But you put her in a position better than most people's, and you were one of the only people in the world who could have done that for her. I don't know why this bothers me. You know what? It's probably something like gendered here. Like, you're applauded for, like, oh, what a sacrifice. What a sacrifice for you. Look at what you did. You're so, like, you're such a good person. Like, you're the living Mother Teresa. How good of you to give up your peen to this woman. It just sounds so stupid to me. Like, why are you coming? Because you know what? I think it would be different if it was a woman. If a woman was like, you know what? I just decided to give him my vag to just help him before he died. You know? I'm a good person. I'm so altruistic. Like, it's fine. Do whatevs. But why do we need to know? Does it only count if it's on the internet? Like, why do we need to know this information? I don't need to know. I don't need to know what happened. Why is this on the internet? I mean, I understand oftentimes it's like someone's dying wish is like to meet their favorite celebrity, you know? So maybe it's just the same thing. Maybe it's just the same thing. Maybe I'm being weird about it. But I just feel like, are we supposed to give you a standing ovation? Do we even know if it was good? You know what? That's my question. Was it good? Because if it wasn't, then it definitely wasn't worth it. I still don't know why I need to know. Like, does that go in the obituary? Like, come on. That's weird to me. Let me go ahead and finish all of this up and I'll be right back. So here is the finished look with about 5 minutes before my first client. So yeah, just a little chat here and there for today. I hope that some of this was helpful, and I also hope that you are continuing to take care of yourself. I would love it if you left a comment and like the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.